Hey guys, welcome back. I am here today with another ThredUp unboxing. This is a shoe box. It is 15 pairs of women's shoes for $90. Now I unboxed one of these a couple weeks ago and it was okay. I definitely have made my money back and there's others listed. Hopefully I will have profited when it was said and done. But the best part is I did keep one pair for myself and they have become my most favorite pair of boots that I have ever had. So that was a win. Now, this box, I do not have high hopes for a few reasons. One, this box came from Phoenix. If you're like me and you're watching this video, it means you probably watch a lot of other ThredUp unboxings. And Arizona, Phoenix does not have the best reputation for their items. I don't know why. My last box came from Swanee, Georgia. I unboxed, the second reason, I unboxed a kid's shoe box a few days ago and it was amazing. So I feel like that was also from Georgia. I feel like these boxes are either awesome or terrible and not very often kind of in the middle. It's either one way or the other. And since my last box that I did, the kids box, was so awesome, my daughter has already worn the Uggs and wore the new school shoes today. That's a win. I've just now started listing all the rest of them, but I don't have high hopes for this for those two reasons. So it's a different shape box than I got, so we're just gonna dig in. Now I will say, I wrote it down. This box is $90, which makes these shoes $6 a pair for 15 pairs. But I had some credits. I sent in a bag of just stuff I didn't want anymore. Most of my kids' clothes, and they actually were like the rejects to get out of my inventory. They were the rejects that our local consignment store did not want. So I literally hoped to make $5, if I'm being honest. And I made about 50 bucks out of that whole bag that I sent, but I had a little bit of a credit, I think $15 or so. So I only paid $75 for this box. So, but I'm just gonna go into this with the whole $6 per pair because that's typically what it costs. All right, so this is just my little invoice reminding me, yes, 15 pairs, $90. So let's do this. All right, it has little, so this one has no bubbles, you know, the little air cushions. It's not a good sign, and I will tell you, let me see if I can show you the first look. I see some stripper shoes and Time and True, which is Walmart. So you guys, I really feel like this box is going to be a complete dud. That's okay. We're going to do it anyway. All right, let's just start with these. These are Time and True, and I will say, here's why I'm going to continue to do these and probably purchase them. I'm a part-time reseller, so I do plan to sell some of the things I find. If I find shoes for me to keep, awesome. But this has forced me to learn new brands because obviously the goal is to list all of these, so I have to look them up. So I've definitely learned some new brands. I love watching other YouTubers and supporting them by watching their channels, and I have learned by watching them as well. So Time and True is Walmart. Okay, these are not terrible, but they're not worth anything to resell because they're very cheap to purchase to begin with. You know, they're great for going to the beach. I've picked up a pair of sandals now and then, mostly because I have forgotten things on trips, but these are size 9, nothing to even chat more about. Next match I see. These are Sam Edelman. They're size 6.5. They are just some, these are Edna. What I like about Sam Edelman is they always have the name of the style. So these are Edna, leather / man-made uppers. So they're just like a basic, very on trend. I mean, they show some wear for sure. Like you can see, they've been worn, but a magic eraser will get them nice and clean. I can definitely list these, so that's a positive, but is this worth, would I have paid $6 from the thrift store? No, definitely would not have bought the Walmart shoes either. Oh my gosh, you guys, I wasn't kidding. And I don't mean to offend anybody when I call these stripper shoes. I know it's probably not politically correct to say, but I don't know. I mean, the brand is Pleaser. Definitely have to click the Not for Kids video on this one, but yeah, so I mean, they don't look worn per se. I mean, on the bottoms, they definitely have, they're very dusty, and these are tiny, like These were 6.5. You guys, like, I mean, I don't understand. 6.5 is a tiny size. Like, I'm not trying to be funny, but this is like small. This is like what my kids wear. And yeah, so not much else to say about these. However, I am told by some of my reselling friends that this style of shoe, there's a market for them. So maybe I'll list them on eBay. I mean, they have no size. I don't even know how one would figure out the size. So Phoenix, Arizona, y'all. I'm telling you. I don't know. Has anyone ever gotten a good shoe box from there? I don't know. Okay. Some black booties. Now, like I said, my last box, I got a pair of black booties that were amazing. But guys, these are, did they send me trash? Like, did this stuff mean to go in the trash pile? Because look at the sole. Can you see this? It's like it's disgusting. These were made in Romania. They are an 8.5, which, hey, my last video I told you guys, I'm an 8.5. Yeah, I would not, these are, and it says 39 on the bottom, but this whole sole situation, yeah, and this one doesn't even have a sole in there at all. So these are garbage because I don't even know what brand they would be, and they don't have a sole in there. Like, and even if they did, like this one, which is gross, you can't even read what it might have said on it. So this is not looking good, friends. And thankfully, I mean, gosh, even $75. Basically, I threw $75 out the window, but that's okay. Another pair of Walmart shoes, time and true. I mean, these are cute-ish, right? If you're into camo, which a lot of people are. They're just little slip-on sneakers, but they've definitely been loved. And the other ones were 9s. These are 8s, so it's not like I could even, yeah, awful. Okay. These look like they could be Walmart also. No, they are R2. I can't think at the moment what that stands for, but they're not expensive. They show wear, like, yeah, they're kind of gross. Inside, yeah, these are trash. 9, the name is Chloe. So, I mean, maybe I could put these with the Walmart shoes and sell them for $5. I don't know. Is it even worth my time? Probably not. These are BCBG girls, BCBG girl, whatever. They're awful, trashed. Like, honestly, again, this is like they sent me trash. It's disappointing, but you have to know that it's a rescue box. So I've watched tons of these unboxings, and sometimes there are incredible shoes in these boxes. My last box had some decent shoes, nothing that I would say was incredible, like some Reebok CrossFits and some shoes purchased from Madewell, and yeah, but these are awful. So, but I like to show you guys this because if you're like me, it's how I learned. I don't see a size. This is where I learned, you know, should I take the risk? Do I not? If you have the disposable income to throw away, these are leather upper, but I still don't see a size. I just see that it says leather upper. That doesn't matter because I wouldn't list these anyway. So, you know, kind of purchase at your own risk. There is usually one pair of sneakers, which these are them. And again, they're disgusting. Like, you know what? I brought wine in here because I was doing my actual job today in here also. So, lifesaver. Look. This box is so bad, it's driving me to drink. Okay, these are Adidas Cloud Comfort size 8s. At least these don't look like they've been worn a ton because you can still see the words in there. So they're size 8. So at least here's a positive. I can list these. So I'll probably throw them in the wash. But so far, these and possibly the Sam Edelman's are the only ones I could list. This is sad. This is so sad. I was so excited to open this. These are M. Jemmy. I will say, I don't know anything about this brand. I will have to look it up. M. Jemmy. Now it does say made in Italy on the bottom. So that is a positive. But they're so tiny. Look at like 36.5. Okay, so I'm an 8.5, which is typically a 39. So again, these are like a 5.5, 6, something like that. I mean, they're if wedges and such are they're kind of cool. They kind of look like my floors, like a faux wood. I don't know. I mean, at least these don't look to be trashed. And I mean, they were definitely worn, but I might be able to actually list these. So, I mean, there are some scuffs, but yeah. And we're like getting close to being, all right, what do we got? So these are some Doc Martens, which, okay, not terrible for the brand, but here is something as a reseller that you have to know. Like when I first started reselling, I mean, I've been reselling for 16, 17 years, but maybe 3 years ago when I really started doing it as kind of a hobby I started just on Kidizen, okay, which if you don't have Kidizen, use my link below, get you some free dollars. But I've got 3 kids and I have learned that it's better to pay up, put your kids in much nicer brands. That way you can resell them and recoup back oftentimes almost all of your money. And anyway, so I kind of made the mistake that I feel like a lot of resellers make. You get brand blinded when you're going into these consignment stores, and you know, Dr. Martin is a very well-known brand. Usually it sells well. So you might, oh, Doc Martens, let me buy those and pay up for them, even though like these are not in the best of shape. So I probably wouldn't have purchased these. I definitely wouldn't have paid $6 for them. I don't know what this brand or this style resells for, but I mean, they show significant wear. They are, I think they're 8s, I think. They say size 4, but there's an 8 scribbled on the bottom. I don't know. I'm not going to spend much more time talking about it, but I do have some Doc Marten Wonder Balsam that I can clean them up. But these are like, hey, you know what? Vintage is back. These remind me of like Clueless in the 90s. So maybe these are vintage. Who knows? Probably not. They're probably just gross. But yeah, made in England, leather upper and cushions, man-made insoles. Like, yeah, cheers to that. All right. And I'm getting a little sneak peek of what's left in here, guys, and I think that was probably the most exciting thing. These are Wild Diva Lounge, and they're disgusting. They're size 8. I mean, honestly, like, it's disappointing that they would even send this to somebody, honestly. And for $90, like, $90 is a lot of money for anyone. I mean, yeah, awful. Awful, guys. Oh my gosh, this is so bad. These are Shoe Dazzle, which is like a subscription service, but you guys, like, look at that. These shoes are not expensive. They're cheap anyway, but these are the Kiana size 8. So the glitter is not awful, and you know, the bottoms don't show a ton of wear, but the insides definitely do, because they're just cheap, very poor quality shoes. So I don't know, could someone maybe be looking for these for a costume for something? I don't know. I'm looking, I have a lot of size 8s. I might throw them all in a box and weigh them, and as long as they're under the 5 pounds for Poshmark, maybe I could sell them all for $5 plus shipping, basically. One of the reasons I like ThredUp is I, you know, believe in the whole save the earth thing. Let's reuse clothing and shoes and keep them out of the landfills. So maybe someone could have a use for them. Okay, these are Michael Kors, which I can never remember. Is Michael Kors like the cheapest line of Michael Kors? I know there's several. Maybe someone can help me with that. But regardless, these are, like everything else in my box, awful. You know, they're suede and they show a whole lot of wear. They're size 7s. Yeah. I mean, honestly, like, maybe people hope for the best when they send stuff into ThredUp, but I would never send this stuff into ThredUp expecting them to give me money, you know? All right, these are Earth Origins Phoebe, leather and fabric upper, size 11, which that's good because bigger sizes are okay, but I'm like waiting for the ball to drop. Like, yeah, how awful are these? So they're pretty awful. They're also like a suede, but can you see how the suede is like gone? They're like bald back there. I've heard of this brand. I think I have a couple in this brand listed. They're more of a comfort brand. They do feel pretty cozy. I will probably still list these because they're 11s, but yeah, maybe I'll make $10. You know, the toes definitely are worn, but these, someone might like these if they, you know, I don't know, like to go outside and don't care about what kind of, you know, I don't know. Trying to find a slight bit of hopefulness. Do you know what gives me hopefulness? Wine. All right. There are 2 pairs left, guys. Okay. These are Brian Atwood, which in theory, you know, when you just see the bottoms, Brian Atwood made in Italy. They've got a nice little gold thing that says 655 Madison Avenue, or yeah, Madison Avenue, size 40.5. However, like I say, even if that's a good brand, which this is one of those cases, I don't know anything about Brian Atwood. Maybe it's a good brand, but these are wrecked. Like, maybe you can't see. I'll be able to get maybe some of these scuffs off, and actually the heels are just okay, but do you see all the scuffing? Like at least the bottom parts are okay, and they don't look like they were worn that much, but this is kind of like, if this was a closed in toe, it might be better, but I feel, oh, sorry, I got a little blurry. Oh, focus me, focus me. Oh, there we go, come on. There we go, sorry. I just feel like this is kind of, this is not on trend. This is, I am not, as I sit here in my sweatpants, but I just feel like, I don't know, maybe this is the winner of the box and I just don't know, but even the sides, like, do you see the scuffing? So size 40.5, so those are probably like 9.5. Last pair, guys, last pair. And there's like so much glitter in the bottom from those cheap glitter shoes. Okay, what are these besides disgustingly worn? Oh man, they look like some sort of animal fur. Real fur, dyed calf fur from Brazil. These are 10 Crosby Derek Lamb, which I feel like I've seen that brand just by scrolling stuff on Poshmark. So here's the inside. 10 Crosby Derek Lamb. So real cow fur. However, it's like missing a bunch of the fur right here and just around the edges. Like these, somebody loved, wow, somebody loved these shoes, guys. Like, look at the, I always look at the back of the shoe to see just how much the soles are worn down. They are, see how wavy they are? Somebody loved these shoes. You can just see. So yeah, just because they're real calf fur, I don't know if any, like, look at how bad that is right there, actually. These were really, really loved. So, okay, thoughts. Well, let me count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Exactly 15, no, 16. 16 pairs. Sweet. They threw in 1 extra pair. This box was awful. This is probably the worst box I've gotten from a ThredUp, and I did a mixed girls clothes box. Was terrible. The only amazing box I've had so far, to be honest, is the kids shoe box. Disclaimer, I have seen some terrible unboxings of the kids shoe boxings as well. So it's hit or miss. Again, this box came from Phoenix. I am in Florida, and my last shoe box came from Georgia. So I wouldn't, and I just got it a month ago. So I wouldn't say that your location is going to be 100% dependent on where yours is going to come from, because I'm here and I got one from here and one from way over here. So there is another distribution center like in Illinois. There's one up in Pennsylvania. So I don't know the rhyme or reason, but I would say this box was a dud. I will still do some research on the particular, like the Doc Martens, you know, see if I could list them for something. The pleasers. Oh my gosh. I'm speechless. All right, well, there you have it. I have a thrift haul to save the day and to recoup my $75. Almost, I mean, can you imagine? Oh, I'm glad I didn't pay 90. But I'm gonna stay tuned soon. I will have a thrift haul to show you. My husband and I did some thrifting today and found some great stuff. So, all right, guys, thank you so much for watching. See you next time.